Okay, okay, nice. Connect well. Everything's working good. Looks great. Let me set up the thumbnail. Gaming. Phoenix Wright. Ace Eternity Trilogy. And thumbnail. This one. Beautiful. Save. Okay, nice. Sounds good. Sounds great. Go there. Go there. Desktop audio off. Switch volume on. Okay. Here we go. Part 2-1. It is trial time. Episode 3, Turnabout Big Top, Trial Day 1. Let's load it up. Turn down my volume a little bit. I gotta remember everybody's voices. Oh, I also gotta make sure we don't cut into the names and dialogue. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick, Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max, just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Haven't lost a case yet. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that, and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really? No one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? Oh, Phoenix. And now, the case of... What? Johanna gets on with it? Oh, sorry. I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So? Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. Sure. Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. Oh, I have to get into this voice. I hope you didn't bother with thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Eh? That spirit channeling trial was such a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. You got that right. Also, you lost the last case, so... Move along, move along. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. There. Opening statement complete. Now, let's hurry. Let us hurry and wrap this up this waste of time. Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up there, now! Oh, Dick. Sorry to keep you from your work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. All right, Detective, you may proceed with your testimony. Yeah. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. Woohoo! I see. He was beaten to death. Here is the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Autopsy report added. A blunt object. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Press. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow, let me see. There's gotta be more to this. Eh? What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? Wait, let me go back to that. Snow was falling till 9:40. Ask you about the snow. A blizzard. Wasn't such a big deal. Maybe 1.5 inches was on the ground. Stayed on the ground until the next day. Okay. Well, I remember the footprints. Okay. Let me just get charger for my charger for my controller. No. What the heck? I don't want it to connect to the... I just want to charge it. Steam. Exit. Now we see if it works. Beautiful. Okay. All the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. When you say all the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you're welcome to file a police... Okay. After the proceedings. Okay. After the practice was over, where did everyone head to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room, tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awful suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? It seems they were negotiating about Max's salary. Which we know is not true. Okay, 10:15. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We've got a witness that told us how... Ow. This is totally meaningless. It's time to move on. Alright. We'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? Found bent over a wooden box. A wooden box. That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked, not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? But the contents of the box? Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. Oh, what's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked inside that big box? Okay. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it's something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. A great point, Mr. Judge. No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Okay. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. Oh? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. You must be talking about Ben, the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trillo will show up on the stand as well. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Trilloquist. I'm employed as an opera tenor. Excuse me? The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That rope must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine. I'll grace you with a song. The world of law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? It had good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak.
Trillo, you know better than to insult the judge.
Shut up. Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face. On the off chance swelling would help. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star.
Okay. What's going on here? Order. I demand to know who the witness is.
Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle this.
I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about...
Ouch. You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. Clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took the magic boy away.
Okay. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene? You're sure of that?
Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high?
That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing, you said ditch the clown.
That's right, dress boy.
Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? It's got a point.
What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit.
Why's that?
Here's absolute proof.
A silk hat?
This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene.
Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Okay, sure. Take a bow.
Thank you.
What do you have to say? Guess she's the boss again today. Alright, let's get into this. Puppets. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. I mean clown. The clown? You're talking about Mo?
Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good.
Poor guy.
We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack.
Okay, then what happened? Ditched him and went to the plaza's entrance. Why the plaza's entrance?
To do some thinking, of course.
It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice, warm lodging house have been a better idea?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness.
But I'm a good thinker. I'm a good thinker. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. Okay. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica?
Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup?
Snobby three-piece getup?
Get the wax out of your ears, lawyers. Lawyers nowadays. You're like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
Thank you.
Oh, shut up, Maya. How could that punk not be the killer? You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo?
That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense. It makes Max one suspicious character. I disagree. There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max? Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? The murdered. That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance of the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well.
Aha! Obviously, the Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out.
What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room.
Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime?
I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right.
No, he's not. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony.
Trillo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. Okay, I gotta find a contradiction. Gotta find a contradiction in here somewhere. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. There we go. Nice. So he left the tent with the clown, ditched him, went back to the plaza's entrance. Saw Max going to the scene of the crime. From T to R is engraved on the ring. Small seasoning bottle. How could that punk not be the killer? I mean, I kind of understand. But, Punk showed up and the police showed up and took Magic Boy away, so that's not gonna be it. How could that punk not be the killer? He was the only one heading that way. So this is what it seems like there's a contradiction. But I think I have to press and answer differently. Because I answered... But I answered... Max and only Max. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Silk hat. But then, map of the circus. Didn't we get a picture of the crime? No. Okay. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to. No. I didn't mean to do that. Let's do a little save here so that we don't have to go all the way back through. Okay, saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. So this is where there could be a... The only one heading that way picture of the crime scene with the documents, but we already kind of said we showed the killer. With the stooge. A pleasant stooge of a clown. Okay, sure. Maybe the scene of the crime. So we already went over the only one that went that way. You asked me, all you want, my answer won't change. The only person I saw was Maximilian Galactica. You've heard what he has to say, let him continue with his testimony. Well, he has an ulterior motive with the love triangle, but it doesn't make... there's nowhere to present this. Left the tent with the stooge, I mean clown. Did you? Hat, silk robe, white roses. Did you go with him? Why the plaza's entrance? To do thinking. Cold night wouldn't have been better. Still does nothing. And then this one said, are you really sure it was him? Snobby three-piece getup. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. I don't see any contradictions. Around what time did you see the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been, hey, what time?
Oh, I think it was around, I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think.
Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time?
I guess that sounds about right.
Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you'd just stand outside in that weather.
Well, the truth is...
Will you shut up? You big-nosed dope. Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather?
Well, maybe you were waiting for someone?
What? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Okay. Mr. Phoenix, right?
We can all do without your off-handed series.
But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for? Okay, so I forgot to press here. Probably Regina? Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. Wah! Did he just explode? Damn. You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true?
Well, you can't really ask me that question.
Who cares what I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it.
Well, well, well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Eh? Alright. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. This means nothing. That makes perfect sense.
The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime.
However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have... Whoa. Ow!
There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina.
Pain.
Don't volunteer things.
Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance of the lodging house? Why does it matter? It doesn't fucking matter who's waiting for her. He's the one that's saying he saw. Yeah, I don't understand why it fucking matters. But all right. Sure.
I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose?
What's the matter? You think that humans have monopoly on marriage?
That the matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit.
More pain.
Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet.
It's true. It doesn't matter. I don't understand.
Don't be so surprised. I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket.
What is it?
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. Pause. Excuse me. Just hold up. Hold it. That's crazy. William, I agree. That's crazy. What? I don't know how old this Regina girl is. Do we not know how old she is? It hasn't been explained to us yet. Let me look it up. How old is Regina? Phoenix. Right. 16. Max is 21. So 21 to 16 is technically literally 13. It's Google's telling me 16. Yeah, she's 16. It says on the wiki. 16 years old, and all these dudes are going up. They said that max is 21, so in Canada there is a close in age clause for pedophilia. It's still really weird when a 21-year-old is getting with a 16-year-old. But technically, it's within the 5 years that's allowed. 5 years. 16 is the age of consent, but only for within 5 years. And then 18 is the age of consent for after that. So, hey, I don't think it's right, but... What, check the court record? Is it in the profiles? It doesn't say. Age 16, right there. Age 31. Okay, that's terrible. Ben? Age 31 trying to give a 16-year-old? Now that, lock him up. Got him out of here. The judge saying some shit like that? That's terrible. Get the fuck out of here. 21. It's still bad. But not technically illegal. In Canada. Exactly. His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Yes. Yes. Okay, Mr. Wright. Please continue with your cross-examination. Sigh. What was it that sigh at the last end? Alright. Let's get this fucker out of here, this 31-year-old. Let's give it a little save. Hold it. By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina?
Of course, that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't gonna propose.
That we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben? Yeah.
Got it? That's the truth.
Chris Hansen, Ace Attorney. Yeah, get him in here. Get him. I even had something to give her. What was it?
You know exactly what I was gonna give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty.
Answer his question. What was it?
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring.
Oh, really? You were gonna propose with an engagement ring? Why are they so surprised?
Time for this to end right here.
Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad. Oh, push on anyway. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time.
I advise you to cut this argument short.
I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony, specifically about the engagement ring? I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology. How about the fact that he's 31 and Regina's 16? How about we stick to those facts?
You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe.
Do we present the ring? An engagement ring?
It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's going to love it.
What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. He says he still has it. Whose pocket was the ring in?
Mine, of course. What a stupid question. You've got to be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off?
I'm so sorry. Really?
You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing.
Really?
Of course I had it in my pocket.
So you went to the lodging house to give it to her?
That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but that uppity snob kept getting in the way.
Uppity snob? He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half, and not with magic. Well, they always say that love creates rivalries. I present the ring. So what about this present? Yeah, we just embarrass him at how shitty this ring is. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Do you now? So are you still thinking of trying to give it to Regina?
Of course I am. I spent 3 months' salary on this thing, so I'm not gonna give up that easily.
Unwrap it. Give him heck. Okay. Still got it in your pocket. What about this? Trilla, do you mind if I show you something?
What is it? What are you talking about?
Do you recognize this ring?
Ah, that's mine. Give it back. Thief.
Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Got him.
That's Ben, say something.
Don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo.
I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like a bank vault?
Ha! That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court. Okay. Well, Your Honor, Money is really a monkey in every sense of the word. I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest thing that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things. Trilla, when was this ring stolen from you?
Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night, the night of the crime.
What did you just say?
Details, I need more details.
Well, it was stolen right after Mac showed up in the plaza.
That's clearly a woman. That's what I think. Did Regina kill her own father? Unless we get introduced to somebody else. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct?
Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time.
Was the monkey here?
Yo. Oh.
Alright.
Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Miss Trillo Quist. Mr.
What did you do when the ring was taken? Trillo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring, snatching monkey money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It's all this slow loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame. Yeah, I already don't like this plot near as much as the other ones. The setup is kind of whatever, but we'll see. We'll continue on. I'll make my own judgments at the end. Proof an important point. What point could possibly that possibly be? What point could that possibly be? Ben's testimony has a flaw, obviously, Von Karma. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money, the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. We need to throw Max in jail? Why are we throwing Max in jail? I thought we were defending Max. Why are we gotta throw Mr. Ben in jail for being 31 chasing a 16-year-old? Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max. So this doesn't happen in regular court. You do not just get to go back and forth and argue blah, 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 at each other. You get your turns. You make your submissions for 30 minutes. She makes her submissions for 30 minutes. And then the first guy who went first gets to go for like 5 minutes in a reply, but only if it's something that she brought up that was just wrong. Legally wrong, not factually. Didn't Max want to know, what the kid do? Yeah, but remember, it's within 5 years. So it's on the threshold of terrible, but not technically illegal, if we're assuming this is in Canada. Canada has a 5-year close in age clause to the ability of consent of a under 18-year-old. While still terrible, not technically illegal. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Ha! I told you so many times. You'd think you'd know my story's not changing.
You've already changed your story, stick boy, and I'm sure it will change some more. Where there was one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Good job, Maya. Thanks for being here. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah. I'll give you that I was waiting for that night for Regina. In the US, California, but there's snow. So how can it be California? I don't know if I buy it. There's snow.
But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximally Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
Okay. Shouldn't magic not be allowed in court? I mean, technically, if you can prove that magic is happening.
So that means that money didn't show up until after you saw Max? That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max.
Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him? How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see. I'd say about... I suppose
5 minutes, I think.
So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch.
Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Sure, magic's not allowed, but like, you gotta, like, what does that even mean, right? So you gotta prove it, that it's happening, and that something illegal is not something that's prejudicial to the opposition is happening before you can disallow it. Press. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. And that means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up.
You shouldn't think about how many eyes I actually have.
Or you should think.
I've got 4, you know. F4. F-O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot of attention. The judge is always a danger.
But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night.
So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night.
Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance of the tent the whole time.
I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. Okay, but let's take a look at a map. Oh, I guess the ringmaster's room is there. You need to come out. Yeah. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. About what time would you say these events took place?
You're one of the dumbest people on the planet. If you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it?
It was 10 p.m.
Ah, yes, that sounds about right. Okay. Like a corpse possessing a girl and presenting new evidence on the spot. Never discussed before extorting the witness into admitting crime, for example. Yeah, there's a lot of things Phoenix does that is just not allowed. It's pretty prejudicial to the Crown's case, but I will say defense gets away with it a lot more than the Crown, because the Crown has all of the state behind them and the money that comes along with that and the power and the investigatory powers of the police. So the defense is usually protected a lot more than the Crown are. So usually it's when the Crown is being prejudicial to the defense that a challenge comes. But yes, there's a lot that Phoenix did in the last case particularly that was just wrong. Yeah. He extorts some witnesses for sure. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night.
You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You've got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night.
Sorry, Trillo. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom. Yeah. Stuff like this shit, him talking through a puppet, no fucking way would that happen. Or a parrot taking the stand, no way. Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. Wait. So he said that he said good evening to somebody, to Max. Or, I mean, it's probably this. Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly.
How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers?
Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a co-worker, I would understand.
Oh, that hurt.
Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time.
Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school.
There's no reason that Trillo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with the evidence? True. I guess I can give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. Okay, why?
I already told you, geez, I'm 100% absolutely sure. There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right?
What three symbols?
Oh, out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked me that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now.
It's true.
Thank you very much.
Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you?
But it's fun shutting it with everyone else.
There has to be a hole in this testimony somewhere. Okay. Waiting for Regina. It doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. I said good evening to him. Let's press here again. Let's go along. Maybe we'll try this. But Ben, part of your little act is coming off a bit stale. I'm sure that. Okay. Alright.
Damn, chill out.
Chill the fuck out. Okay. So never nice to him. How about presenting the bottle? Can Phoenix's insurance bill the prosecutor for ship injuries? Nope. They cannot. You can't bill the prosecutor. You can only bill the prosecutor if you win costs. So if they unnecessarily get you in for whip injuries, right? Okay, maybe. I might be like, what the fuck is happening? Stop fucking whipping me. Go pay for my fucking injuries or fucking damages. That's more of a tort claim. So I would just be like, you're assaulting me. Fucking stop. Go to prison. She's just doing it right out of nowhere for no reason. Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. Ah! That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? How about the fucking whip, Judge? What do you mean, an admission of assault and battery? How about the one that you're seeing right in front of your eyes? She just did it! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and the witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just go up and say good evening to his rival.
Gwa! Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie, honestly, I just...
Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
could say he didn't see anyone. I don't think I can say he saw a different person. Yeah, I think we have to say he didn't see anyone. If he saw the defendant, then it doesn't matter.
Who do you think you are? To just up and decide what it is I saw that night.
A fool can only understand a foolish foolery
Uttered by the most foolish of fools.
This witness didn't see anyone. You wouldn't happen to have proof to back that up? Back up that statement, would you? Oh, okay, but then it's a different person. He saw a different person. We don't go M-rated until Dual Destinies. What? They get more lewd in the future? Not. He's not exactly lewd here. He's just in love with a 16-year-old that's a 31-year-old, and that's pretty fucked up. Why couldn't they just make her 20? Right? Why does she have to be 16? Huh? Why do they have to do this and make her 16 and make this guy who's 31 in love with her? If she was just 20, it would be more normal and still weird. Not even like, I mean, it's 11 years, but it's not like that weird. At least she's fucking 20. Jeez. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of Siri is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it.
What in the world? You.
Would the defendant kindly explain who it was Trillo saw that evening then? Oh boy. It could have been Regina. Could have been no, it would have been this guy. This guy. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet. His boss. It's Regina, right? She's... Why? Why? Tell me why. No, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trillo would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh, yeah, I suppose you've got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo, isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Wah! Ah!
Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
Okay. I think it is high time we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening.
The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica, or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry?
The prosecution argues that it was the witness, the defendant, that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols.
3 symbols.
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You gotta remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone all together now. Ow!
Yes. We know.
The silk hat, the cloak, the white roses.
A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me.
What was that?
Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry.
What?
Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? I mean, it's him saying it was the defendant. I mean, that's all that they have. If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate.
Huh?
You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What do you mean by that?
You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but who that person was can only be answered by the next witness.
Huh? The clown.
Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question. An evidence that clearly establishes one thing, that there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime.
Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. To be continued. Beautiful. We did it. Ba-ba. We got through trial part 1. Okay, I'll be back. Just gonna go to the washroom. Maybe. Okay. It's time to finish trial. Trial day 1. What makes you say that, Racer Crossing? Wait. How old's Maya? Okay, at least she's 18. That's fine. That is fine. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. Oh, have you been thinking it, Kevin? So here's the plot of this. So this guy who's 31, you know, and this guy who's 21, they're both in love with this blonde girl over here. I bet you can guess she's not of age. She's 16. For some reason, they decided that we're gonna make this girl 16 instead of just 20. You know, just make it all good. And then the judge gets in on it and starts saying how cute she is, and it's not okay. None of it. So, we'll see if I get through this. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... it means the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Yeah, definitely should have made Regina older, and yeah, Max could have been older too. I mean, he's clearly not 21. I mean, he could be, I guess. Fabulous. That's a fabulously possible possibility. Heh, well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double Well, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery keeps getting deeper. Max has def cheated on Regina since he started hitting on Maya. Yeah, probably. He's a player. You can see it in his face. And I'm willing to bet it's not just women. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Kurz please take the stand?
Why did you call him?
The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record.
Right. Okay, Mo.
Wait, name and occupation.
I'd be willing to bet Max is bi. Seems so. Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited for this occasion.
What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Shut the fuck up, Judge. You're the one that's calling it. You've pissed me off a lot, fucking Judge. Since it's easy to say to see your occupation, please state your name for the court.
Oh, yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Okay, how about this? Have you ever met my proctologist? Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? But a couple of clowns.
Oh, your name.
Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown.
You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder. Correct?
Yes, it is.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening? Without the humor, please.
Okay.
Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court.
Sure. Alright, what's your testimony, Mo?
I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't even been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing?
That's your testimony? That said nothing. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking questions here?
Witness.
Huh?
We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case.
Really? You'll hear me out?
Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later.
Thank you, I can't wait.
Okay. Alright. Now that that's settled, so we'll start once again.
Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want.
Okay, finally, the real testimony.
The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head.
Okie dokie. It's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now.
Objection!
Of course you can. There is no way
That this account can be criticized.
However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
That must be because of my insincere smile.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Your Honor, I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling. Okay, I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Alright. Jeez, I got no health left still. I gotta save. Straight back to his room. You say the practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct? See, that's the thing. Huh? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Not 8 o'clock? That's something the clown can riff off of. Let's pretend it was 8 o'clock. That way I can make a great joke. Let's not. Let's not make it 8 p.m., alright, Mo? What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around. Just listen to his joke. There are only 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. Will the witness just proceed with his factual testimony? You are so boring. Okay. You were pooped that night? Yes, I was very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. What? The double cheese, double bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item. What happened after that is, as they say, happens. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days. That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. What? What? What happened? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why'd I lose? No. I pressed them at the same moment. So we don't hear a joke. Before I did, I glanced out the window. You just happened to glance out of the window? You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. Keep pressing. Exactly why did you look out your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday. Once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. I heard a huge noise at the window. Okay. Now let's press this one. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say. Don't. How'd you know I was gonna make a joke? I guess the sound sounded like I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. What then? You went to look out the window and you saw 2 silhouettes. They were far away though. Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, they looked about yay big. I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window.
Just 30 feet? That's not far at all.
It was snowing all night, and it cut down on visibility.
I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw. How do you know this? You'd say you clearly saw this even though you were, by your own admission, far away?
That's right. I had been thinking about it over and over since that night. But things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. But now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night. I just think about it. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols?
Uppity symbols?
Lawyers nowadays, do you even have to go to school anymore to be one?
Yes. 7 of them. 7 years.
Alright, everyone knows what to do. All together now, say it with Uncle Mo. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown.
Enough foolishness. Get back on the track.
Will the witness please testify as to what he saw and only what he saw? With what? You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head?
Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story.
Okay. What would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant.
You did say you see everything, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon.
Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner.
You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you, a nice penalty. So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Of course I do. And I suppose you will be telling us is all that great reason? Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching them and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo is to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there is no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone.
In 1970.
Didn't give me a chance to read it. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car.
Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court?
No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory.
Peel back the layers. Ah, you're back from your jog?
Well, it pretty much happened like the way I said it.
Pretty much?
When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement.
That's not allowed. Witness tampering.
So now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? Yeah, he was on permanent vacation, as they say.
Mr. Carls,
Your Honor.
you did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct?
Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
I got it.
We'll get a joke, that's for sure. Safe.
It was a bit far away, but that shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hair, the black cloak. They were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
Okay. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes? Good. It is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the scene of the crime that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. Alright, Mr. Wright, commence your cross. Let's go! It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. Because of his symbols? Don't you think you're going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? That shadow belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think?
What are you getting at?
I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' life is on the line. Are you truly 100% certain that it was Max?
I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that.
It doesn't seem like he's jumping to any conclusions this time. Let's go over this again then. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night? His uppity symbols. Do I have to go through it? Trilla said the same thing. But if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them?
I thought of that myself, but just looking at the shape of his face, I saw it must have been Max.
You sure of that?
Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case away headlong into a trap.
Sure. They were all there. Got it? You're sure that is what you saw that night?
Exactly what I said I saw is exactly what I saw. I've got eyes like a hawk. But that's not all I saw.
His face was silhouetted. Okay. You were able to see that kind of detail from your window?
There was a light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyes should have been able to see that much.
Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like?
I can see like a hawk out of my left eye and an eagle out of my right eye.
Our records say his eyesight is a perfect in 2020.
That must mean he could have seen the crime clearly. The more suspicious it becomes.
Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was.
I mean, I guess. So you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding?
That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused that loud noise. It must have been something incredibly hard.
Too bad they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure. They claim it was a blunt object. At least it says so in the autopsy report. Gotta find a contradiction. I have to prove that Mo saw someone other than Max that night. It's the only thing that will help. I've gotta do it. Okay. Found at the crime scene. Yep, there's those. Okay. His uppity symbols. There's no doubt that it was him. I don't know where to go with this one. Uppity symbols that could only have belonged to Max. And he has good eyesight. Ever since I saw his uppity symbols. Let's read the autopsy report. Oh, I can't. Time? Silk hat, the black cloak, they were all there. Cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't see. I don't know. I don't know where to go with this one. I am confused. Something about his symbols, so it's probably the hat or the three symbols. Fluttering in the wind, his cloak, would it be at fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't see what he was carrying?
I think I'm just gonna go with the hat? No. So, like, are we supposed to say, like, what about the roses? Is that what they're trying to get at? Does he know of the 3 symbols? I don't know. Fuck it. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. You say that you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. Seems correct. I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yeah, everyone get ready. All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. What the? Who cares if he knew that there were 3, not or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention 1. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I love pie. Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth. No fractions. Order, order. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of the case? Clearly not. He is just toying with this court. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this? Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap up this case now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling. Nick, this is your last chance. Maya's great at always telling me when my last chance is. There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Okay. Mr. Wright, you've got this one last chance. Just one chance. I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against a witness. If you're going to prove me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I need. Okay, do I get to press his statements or not? So I just present this now? Because it was found at the scene of the crime. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat that you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's totally it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind. Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means... The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No, that's not true. Order, order, order. Mr. Curls. Yes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey, that's not right. That's so harsh. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. Why are you always being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just, no matter how old I get, you'll always be younger than you. What? Okay. Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He's turned into a bratty little kid. He's pitiful, don't you? Isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went. What do you mean? How did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. Grrr. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave this crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you'd say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what? Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene? Yep, the snow prints, bitch. Take that! Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. Ay, 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 ay. So Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. No, you will not. I think you've said it more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear.
Mr. Lawrence Curls,
Yes.
the testimony you've provided up until now has been false.
It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Him flying. I will have order. Francisca Von Karma, how could you? She just curtsies. If you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have.
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm gonna have to listen to what he has to say.
Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls.
Hey, you're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you.
Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. One final time with Mr. Curls.
Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he flew. This is the truth now, get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints.
This is true. I told you it wasn't funny. Now do you believe me now? Well, that was how do you put this into words? Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right.
Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why would you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story.
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal.
What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? He's telling the truth, probably. Mad that I can't. That's what I think.
Nick, wait, that means Max actually used magic. Yikes, you're right.
Okay. Magic does not exist. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen.
You imbecile.
If you disregard a need for proof, Ms. Von Karma's case is sound. If you disregard a need for proof, okay. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. Woo! Hey, sweeties. What in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy.
But it looks so effortless for you on stage.
It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air.
Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic.
No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks.
Nick, what do we do now?
All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court today. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. To be continued. Okay, we made it through an exhausting day of trial. Jeez. Ugh. So now we're on the investigations. Okay, I'm going to go grab a drink and then we'll do the investigation. Okay. Okay, let's continue episode 3, Turnabout Big Top. We are now into the investigation. Nick? What is it? I've got a confession to make. I'm terrible at figuring out magic tricks. Magic tricks? Yep, magic tricks are by their very definition tricks, right? But I can never figure out the tricks when I see them. That's because the tricks are performed by pros. They do it so you can't guess the trick. But the trick Pearly showed me was incredible. Pearls did a magic trick? What kind of magic trick was it? Let's see, it looked like she pulled the end of her own thumb off. Heh. First she put her right thumb next to her left hand, and then it just separated. She could move it up and down and everything. It was incredible. Really? Was it kind of like this? What? Wow, how'd you do that? Nick, you're like a real magician. See, this is why I just can't figure out magic. I'm no good at it. Especially hard tricks like flying away from the scene of a murder. You'll take all the fun out of magic if you keep trying to figure it out. Alright. I don't see any way out of this. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's no way we can solve the mystery of a criminal flying by tomorrow. I was thinking, do you really think the criminal flew through the air? The only one who thinks that is Mo, right? He says that he saw it. It's true. Mo looked awfully serious when he said that. Do you think he might have been trying to frame Max? If that was it, he would have simply said, I saw Max. That would have been enough. There's no reason why anyone would believe he flew. But what if the criminal really did fly? There's only one person who could do that, Max. Alright. Fine. I guess we'll ask you for ideas. Everyone seems to hate Max, Ben, Trillo, Mo. They all have nothing nice to say. That magician does seem rather full of himself, doesn't he? Especially when he says things like customers only go to the circus to see him. He even hit Ben over the head with a bottle. But what? But that doesn't seem enough to frame another person for murder. And it was proven that neither Ben nor Mo lied on the stand. Maybe Ben saw the ringmaster wearing Max's costume, but Mo clearly said that he saw Max himself. Move. Let's go to the circus. You hear that? It sounds like two people arguing. Alright, let's do it. Are you ready? Yes, I'll wait. Quit your whining. Let's give this a shot already. Alright, let's go. Row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat. What are you doing? Gently down the stream. Come on, you know what? You know that. I'm trying my best, but Trillo, this just isn't gonna work. Do you enjoy saying dumb things? You're going to have to be on your own someday. If you can't handle something as simple as this, then what are you going to do? Hello, Ben. Hello to you too, Trillo. What are you doing here? Can't you see we're on a secret crash training course? I'm sorry. Secret crash training? Whoa. Yes, Trillo wouldn't give up until I said we'd try out his idea for a new routine. So, we were trying to sing in a round for our new ventriloquism act. In a round? You can really do that? That's incredible. See, even they are surprised by the idea. I told you. They're not the only ones. You even surprised me with your idea. Once we got a grip on the basics, then it's just a matter of practice. You think so? Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give this back to you. Ah, there it is. Now that I've got this ring back, it's time to take one more shot of Regina. Okay. I know that you already testified in court today. You want to talk about what we saw, right? Yes. Well, at first we thought it was the old man. Just looking at his walk and how he acted, right, Ben? Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. But then we said hello and didn't even get a reply. Not to mention he was draped in those gaudy symbols. What would you have thought if he wasn't wearing those symbols? What do you think, Ben? What? I would have thought it was the ringmaster. Something just isn't adding up here. I was hoping I could ask you about Regina. I'm completely serious about her. That's why I'm waiting for her to even now. Really? That's so sweet.
But if you really wanted to see Regina, shouldn't you check out the tent?
Ha! You haven't got a clue about things, do you, sweetheart?
Eh?
Waiting like this is part of being in love. How so? If you had a clue, you would know that waiting is such sweet, wonderful torture. When your body aches for your partner's love, that's one of the best parts.
Yeah, I knew that. So how's this new routine working out?
Will you two just take a chill pill already? Our routines are secret. We're going to take the ventriloquism world by storm. It'll be a real revolution.
That sounds incredible.
But let me make one thing clear. We're not going to take on the world just because that jerk said we should.
That jerk?
Max Galactica. Performers should aim for the world. Who does he think he is?
Trillo, you seem to be really fired up about all this.
He needs to realize that he isn't the only one who can conquer the world stage.
You're right.
Mark my words, I, Trilloquist, will win the Grand Prix.
You're the man now, doll.
Will be the key to a glorious victory.
Not to rain in your parade, but why wouldn't a more mature song be best?
Hey, you've got to start with somewhere, right? Don't screw this up. You got a big part of this too.
Okay. We're not gonna be able to present anything to him right now. Let's go to the detention center. I want to talk to Max.
Oh, my sweeties. You mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place?
We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in there.
A little while ago, some people from a local TV station came by. And since I'm a framed magician, they said, let's make you your own very own TV special.
Really? What kind of TV special?
Maximilian Galactica, The Great Prison Escape. It would be aired live.
Hey, that sounds like it would be an awesome special.
But if I do the special before I'm acquitted, they'll never let me out of here for real.
Well, it would surely be an unnecessary addition to your troubles with the law.
That's what I was thinking, but the production staff is already working on the show. If you don't get me out quick, I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break.
You seem awfully calm about that possibility.
I'd have no choice. It would be a contractual obligation. That's show business.
Sure. The night of the crime, you didn't happen to fly off into the sky, did you?
Here is how everything went down, sweetie. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, flying off into the sky is not just something I can do at will. I don't care what that stoogy clown says, it wasn't me.
Max, do you mind teaching me the trick behind flying?
You'll have to forgive me, sweetie. The difference between me and cheap imitation magicians is that I keep my mouth shut. I don't teach people tricks, but I will say this much. It's much harder than you think.
Okay. I was thinking about this in court today. I've got a favor to ask of you.
Anything for you, sweetie.
Be friends with the other performers in the circus.
Fabulous, a great joke. Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like them?
But
I've won on the world stage. I won the International Grand Prix.
International Grand Prix?
Performers should always look to perform on the world stage. But the performers at this circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition. That is something that I cannot simply tolerate.
I said that terribly. Sometimes something about what Max just said rings true to my ears.
Grand Prix. Oh my sweeties want to hear all about the Grand Prix, don't they? To be honest though, I've told the story like 100 times already, so it's a bit boring. We're sorry to make you tell it again. You must not have heard me. I am really sick of telling this story. But what can you do? I'm Maximilian Galactica. I suppose I can tell it again. Voila, here, take a look at this. I just happen to have a picture from me, from the Grand Prix with me. Just look at that fabulous stage. That is the first stage that I ever flew on. I flew right over the audience. The crowd erupted into applause. At that time, I thought to myself that I could die right then and die a happy man. I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions, the acclaim. Wow. By the way, I think everyone who is a performer should get to experience that feeling. I just wish I could explain that to the other people in the circus. That's incredible, Max. I want a trophy too. Hey Nick, how about you buy me a trophy? Okay. That's not how you earn a trophy, Maya. My sweeties, you can have this picture of my triumph. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Look and learn, that's what you should tell them. I mean, he's not going about it, he's going about it in the wrong way, but he's not saying something that's terrible. It's like, you should aspire to be more, so if he's truly the best there, which he clearly is because you won a trophy at this thing, then why shouldn't he try and inspire his fellow circus performers to also get there? But he's just doing it in a cocky, non-followable way. Okay, nice. We got the Grand Prix. Should we present something? Not now. Let's move around until we need to do something else. We talk to him. Let's present this. Would you mind taking a look at this? Oh, he doesn't know anything about it. Yeah, let's go to the lodging house. Dick Gumshoe. Dick Gumshoe. Oh, it's you two. You look like you just got hit by a truck. Shouldn't you get some rest? I'm taking a rest right now, pal. I've been listening to some crazy clown's life story. Miss Von Karma told me to come down here and do this for her. Yeah, I figured as much. Let me tell you something, pal. Listen to that old clown sucks all your energy. Every time he's done talking, he looks at you like you should be doing something. I think he's waiting for you to laugh at his jokes. I know that, pal. Do you have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laughing that much? Francisca really set you up bad this time, didn't she? If you ask me, she should be listening to Mo herself. No way, pal. You're not gonna get me to backbite a woman with a whip. No way. Why are you defending her? Prosecutor Von Karma's always got her eyes on us. And every time you definitely didn't want her to show up, there she is. Don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up. She's directly above us as we speak. Huh? How's that possible? According to the clown, the culprit jumped from here and disappeared into the sky. If that's what happened, it means the killer passed right by this window, pal. Oh, I see. Who lives in that room, behind the window up there? The acrobat's got his room up on the 3rd floor, it seems. Pretty soon, Miss Von Karma's gonna start her investigation up there. So don't get any ideas of going up to that acrobat's room. Got it, pal? Okay, thanks, Gumshoe. Yep. I think I'll go up there. Oh, can we not? I guess we'll go to Mo's room. Mo's not here. If he was here, you would have been able to tell even before you stepped into his room. I'm sure you would have heard him laughing away. What do you think he is laughing at when he's all by himself? I always thought he was just thinking up new jokes. Okay. We can't talk here. Big top. Huh? Where's Regina? I don't know. But if she's with that tiger, I don't want to find out. Let's hurry up and get out of here. Nick, you're kind of a chicken, aren't you? No. I'm just, allergic to wild tigers. Okay. Max and the Ringmaster had their talk in this room. That could have been when the Ringmaster put on Max's costume and went outside. Why'd he do that anyway? Was it really that cold or something? Okay.
Oh, right. Welcome to the wonderful, the fabulous, the cafeteria. Alright, you know what time it is. Real time. Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? Come on, you can answer this. It's easy.
Because cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of bowel destruction.
Wrong. Try again. Okay, what do you think, girlie?
I got it.
Okay, what's your answer?
Because they are in the cafeteria.
Exactly. It's an incredibly sad place, that cafe.
I did it. Let's just examine some things.
Oh yeah, I wrote a new joke about the kitchen. Let's see. How did that joke go? What did the chef say to the chicken before dinner? Nice to meet you.
That's a great one, Mo. I would have never thought of that.
Okay. This is strange. Nothing on top of the stand. Look here. Max is written on it. Must be his VIP table. Isn't it a bit small? You still eat his hamburgers, right? Dirty dishes all over the place. You know I can't stand a mess, Nick. I think you and I should clean this place up for them.
Yeah, you two are gonna help us restore order to this cafeteria.
What are you talking about? You're gonna help too?
Clowns can't clean. We're here to throw pies, not clean them up. I'm a busted gut boy, not a bus boy. Get it? That was two jokes in one. I'm fat, I am funny. Get it?
Yes, Mo, we got it. Are we gonna learn anything? That's what it looks like.
Looking at all this brings back a lot of memories. What do you mean? I proposed here to a girl on horseback. Of course, I was much younger back then.
So what happened? What was her answer?
Well, let's just say that my love was put out to the pasture.
Alright. Moo Moo Burgers. Alright, we didn't learn shit all about any of it. TV? Oh, the message board? Bulletin board for, bulletins. Doesn't look like there are any useful clues posted here. Boring. Okay. Guess we just talked to him. Today's been a really crazy day, hasn't it?
You're telling me? I didn't think it was gonna be so tough.
Tough?
Yeah, it was a tough crowd. That's what you call a crowd that refuses to laugh. For instance, it was such a tough crowd this morning, I had to smash watermelons.
What?
I told them all a great story, and even greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing.
You even used the famed no shoes, no shirt, no service joke.
Exactly. How can you not laugh at stunning comedy like that?
Are you 100% sure about your testimony today? I saw what I saw. I swear, that creep just flew through the air. It wasn't exactly flying per se, it was more like floating. The silhouette of his face made me positive it was Max. Huh. I guess present the photo. Ah, not this picture. He showed it to you guys too. Huh? You've seen it as well? Well, you know what they say about Maximilian Galactica. He really gets around. Oh yeah, he didn't just show me the picture. What do you mean? He showed me his bust too. Let me tell you, that thing is enormous. It's in the picture, I think. He'd make us worship it every day. He made us bow to his greatness. He's got a big bust. I wouldn't mind hearing more about Max's bust. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. Alright, Phoenix. Max's bust should be on that small table over there. There's nothing over there. Really? Oh yeah. When was it? I'd say about 5 days ago. All of a sudden, the bust disappeared. It disappeared? If you want to see it, there's a photo on the bulletin board over there. Max just had to put the picture up. Hey, this thing's really cool. Nick, I want someone to make a bust of me. Sure, as long as I'm not paying for it. Aww. Is there anything else that's changed about this play? Oh, that's Phoenix. Is there anything else that's changed? No, nothing's changed that I can see. Nope, I'm drawing a blank here. I guess there really aren't any other things that have changed, huh? Well, there is this one teensy tiny thing that does seem different. Tell us. Well, on the morning of the crime on that bulletin board, this piece of paper was posted front and center. Piece of paper? It's torn, so I don't know what it said, but I could see its title. Yikes! It says, "To the murderer." Yep, that's what it says, but the rest of it's been ripped off. And I don't know who posted it. When did you find this? The morning before the murder. Before the murder? Yes, the ringmaster was killed the night after this paper was discovered. Sure. Nick, I think we better follow up on this important lead. Alright, let's take a look at it. To the murderer. Alright, I guess we'll go back. Nothing here. There's nothing here. Then we went to the cafeteria circus entrance. Present this to him. He knows nothing. Does he know anything about this? Nope. And he doesn't know anything. Lodging house. Mo's room. Nope. Go back to the detention center. Present this. Do you know anything about this note? The morning of the murder was posted on the wall in the cafeteria. I do know all about that note. When I've read it, my heart certainly skipped a beat. Your heart skipped a beat? While I was enjoying my morning tea, the ringmaster and company entered the room. And company? I guess it wasn't really a company, it was just the ringmaster and my sweetie pie. When the ringmaster read the note, he turned an incredible bright red. All of a sudden, he tore it off the wall and shoved it into the pocket of his tailcoat. Really? Out of curiosity, what in the world was written on that thing? Let's see. Oh, I don't want to steal the fun from my sweeties. Go and find out on your own. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. You might also want to ask my sweetie pie princess. What about this? Fabulous. You'd like me to sign this for you. Okay, no. Talk. No? Okay. Sure. Do we have to... Okay. I guess we go to his room. What's in his pocket? Hey, do you see that? There's a scrap of paper shoved in the pocket of the tailcoat. You know, I've got a feeling I know what that is. I bet it's the other half of the note that Mo gave us. Then let's hurry and check this thing out. I knew it. It fits perfectly with the other piece. What does it say? What does it say? To the murderer, I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Tonight at 10 p.m.? That's when the murder took place. Now we need to find out who called out the ringmaster. So if we just go back here, present this. He still knows nothing. Ah, Gumshoe's back. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you did a good job as usual. Well, I am done with the investigation of the acrobat, finally. But with Miss Von Karma. Nick, what is that? That beeping sound. It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? Every time I hear that sound, she's usually not very far behind. Some sort of pager or something? If you don't mind, pal, I'm gonna get out. Go ahead and get out of here, quick. See you, pal. I didn't know that Gumshoe could run that fast. So much for being a flat foot. Well, let's go inside. It's freezing out here. The wind's as biting as lashes from a whip. Here she is. Von Karma. It was a real battle today in court, wasn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Did you have to jump out and scare us like that? What can I do for you? Tomorrow will be the day my dream finally comes true. You mean the story of my defeat at your hands making the national news? Ha ha ha, national news. You possess such a small sense of scale. The global news, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Your miserable plight will be known internationally. Okay. Yeah, talk to me. Mr. Von Karma, it appears you got your hands onto something big, huh? Ha, I'm amazed you've picked up on that much. I've got conclusive evidence and a conclusive witness. Any need any more hints? A conclusive witness? You must mean the acrobat, right? I'm putting in the summons for him to be called as a witness as we speak. It's the final nail in your coffin, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yeah, I bet. I get it already. You want to beat and destroy me. I can't worry about her. I've got to try and find out more information myself. Why do you keep giving Nick the evil eye? It doesn't matter if you prove the defendant guilty tomorrow. Nothing will be able to bring your dad back. My dad? You must mean the esteemed Manfred von Karma. Of course, your dad. I know you miss him. Enough out of you. One more word and you'll get a mouthful of a whip. Now, when did I ever bring up my papa's name in this or any other conversation? Then what's this revenge thing you're talking about? You wouldn't understand, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I have to see him again.
One more time. Him? I'm sure you know to whom I refer. Miles Edgeworth. What? Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth. Why would you even bring him up? You haven't forgotten, have you? Do you know who it was that trained the gifted prosecutor Miles Edgeworth? Manfred von Karma? Exactly right. It was my papa. That means that Edgeworth was right again. Miles was like a little brother to me. Huh? Little brother? But Edgeworth and Nick are the same age. Edgeworth, no. My best friend. The man who inspired me to become a lawyer. He disappeared. It's your fault he is gone. Huh? It's the truth, isn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Nick, what does she mean? Edgeworth was never quite the same after that case, and then with the case after that one. He never set foot into court again. And then one day he just vanished. All he left was a simple note at the prosecutor's office. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. That was 1 year ago. It was a few months after you left to go back home. Mr. Edgeworth, he's dead? I don't believe it. He's still alive, I'm sure of it, somewhere in the world. He's still alive. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death? Of course he did. You ruined his reputation as a prosecutor. You effectively killed the prosecutor in him. Just like your victory muddied the honorable name of Von Karma. I'm going to find him, and then I'm going to teach him his rightful place with my own 2 hands. Maya, I already told you this once. Don't make me do it again. Don't bring up his name in front of me again, okay? Nick? Miss Von Karma? What? I don't know if you are God's gift to prosecutors or not, but I've had just about enough of you. Him too. What in the world happened? This dog is all bark and no bite. He's already been defeated. Regardless, I have nothing to inform you of today. Tomorrow will be the greatest courtroom battle this country has ever seen. Sure. Nick, let's go. We need to talk with the performer on the 3rd floor. I'm sorry I brought it up, Nick. Let's go to Acro's room. Oh yeah, ooh.
You must be Phoenix Wright.
Yes?
Pleased to meet you. I'm Ken Dingling.
Ken Dingling.
But here at the circus, everyone calls me Acro.
Mr. Acro? How do you know my name?
The detective told me. He said you'd definitely show up here.
Acro, you're a member of this circus as well?
That's right. I mainly perform on the tightrope or the flying trapeze. But nowadays, all I perform is in my wheelchair.
What? Acro, why did you join the circus?
When I was a kid, my parents failed miserably at business. Then one night, they decided to run away from it all without me. The only person who was willing to take my parents' place was the ringmaster. The ringmaster took such incredible care of me. He was truly a lifesaver.
Seems like the ringmaster was truly a saint.
He was. That's why I decided to do something very important. I decided that I would devote my entire life to finding a way to repay him. And now, look how someone repaid him. Repaid him for all the good in his life.
It's such a shame.
Sometimes I think that he was almost too kind. Perhaps he was too kind to his performers. Perhaps he was too kind to his daughter.
I wonder if he spoiled Regina. Regina is so cute. She's truly a princess.
Truly a princess? Are you sure that's a good thing?
Do I detect a hint of a grudge against Regina? I'm sorry to ask, but why are you in a wheelchair?
The nerves in my legs were badly damaged.
And you can't walk now?
I can't even stand up now. And since I live on the 3rd floor, I can't even leave this building by myself.
That's awful. The accident happened during an acrobatics session, right? A secret. They were not acrobatic in nature.
What's on your mind, Phoenix Wright, Mr. Wright?
Well, exactly when were you injured?
It's been almost 6 months since I was hurt. I injured my legs during practice.
When the world went on at this circus then. Okay. I stopped by yesterday and noticed that you weren't in your room.
I was at the hospital all day yesterday.
Ah, you went there for rehabilitation? What about the murder?
Of course I knew about it. I spoke with the police before they allowed me to go to the hospital. Before I got the call from the prosecutor, I was convinced that it was all a dream.
Huh?
I just couldn't believe it when I saw what I saw.
What you saw? What did you see, Acro?
That night, I was in bed sleeping when I heard a huge sound coming from below my window.
I see. The scene of the crime was right below your window.
That's when I looked out the window.
What did you see?
He was flying straight up into the air.
He?
Maximilian Galactica.
What? You're absolutely positive that it was Max you saw flying?
I am absolutely sure. There's no doubt in my mind.
Nick. Okay, I think we're gonna have to move somewhere else now. We're gonna have to talk to Regina, probably. Nobody here. Nobody here. Back to the... No. Big top? Yeah. Grr. Stay, heal. Oh, Maya, Nick, it's you guys. I'm sorry, I guess I made a mistake.
A mistake?
Yeah, a little one. I was thinking of teaching whatever primate was out there a lesson. But I was expecting more of a monkey than human.
A monkey?
It's a pity about what happened to the ringmaster. Dad? Everyone loved him, didn't they? He must have been quite a man. He was. I loved my dad so much. That's why I feel so lonely. Now that I won't be able to see him for a while. For a while? Yeah. When Leon died, I talked with my dad, and he told me that when someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens.
A star?
That means my dad is looking down on me from the sky. That's why I love the night so much. I can see everyone who's gone. When someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. It's kind of sweet. But I bet you there's no way that Maya believes that. What do you mean there's no way I believe that? Do you think that one day I'll be a star too? Of course. You really think so? Yeah, you will, I think. I've got a feeling that everyone is doing great up there in the sky. Why'd you want to teach Money a lesson?
Because he's such a meanie. He's got something that means a lot to me. Something that means a lot to you? It must be something shiny, right? Actually it's a stage costume. It's got lots of spangles. It's really beautiful. You should see it. We should? When the costume gets hit by the spotlight, it dazzles. Hey, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you saw that monkey, you'd get my costume back for me, wouldn't you? It's really important to me. Leave it all up to us. Yay, you're really gonna do it? Let's present some things to her. I know what that is, what this is. Really? Well, it was in my pocket for a while. It was in your pocket? This piece of paper was in your pocket? I guess I noticed it. I noticed it was in there around breakfast time. Breakfast time? Yeah, I always take Acro his breakfast in the morning. That's when I also take out the trash in his room. Then I'd go to the cafeteria and eat my own breakfast. That's when you realized the piece of paper was in your pocket. Yep, but since I'm not a murderer, I just figured it belonged to someone else's pocket. And then what? I wondered if the person who lost it was in trouble, so... You didn't put it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria, did you? I did. I stuck it up there. How'd you know? So it was Regina who put it up there. When did this happen? The morning of the murder, I think. That explains a lot. I wonder who wrote this. Okay, out of Regina's pocket. What about this? There's no denying it. Max is cool. I want to try flying someday with Max. Nick, I want to try flying too. Okay, I'll think about it. Okay. That's Pepper, isn't it? From the cafeteria. Huh? It's from the cafeteria? It's not? I remember seeing it there. So this was the cafeteria's Pepper. You know, I'm not a big fan of Pepper. Okay. So she doesn't know about that. Okay. Don't have anything more to talk about. Oh, we need to try this. Fuck. We could try profile. Yeah, it's Acro. Is he in his room today? Yes, he is. We just came back from a meeting with him. I hope his legs get better soon. Acro's so incredible, especially on the trapeze. The trapeze is that enormous swing hanging from the top of the tent, right? Yep, that's it. I really want to see him up there again. Acro the acrobat. It's true. We already asked her about everything here. Maybe we'll present... He still knows nothing.
Sorry. Alright, we're back. Alright. We need to... So we talked to her, but she doesn't have anything to reveal. Acro's room. He's got 4 things. So, what do we present to her to try and get more talks? I presented everything else. Acro, we've got everything from. We could examine things around here, I guess, but... Maybe we just move to all the rooms and see if there's any... Okay. Mo's not here. What's that? I hear something. Stop it, Nick. You're scaring me. It's money. It's Money the monkey. That monkey's holding something. That's it. That's the thing. That means a lot to Regina, remember? Ah, so we gotta get that. Alright, time to take on this monkey attorney style. That's the way to do it.
That's hilarious.
That was great. That was awesome. I really want to try on Regina's costume. What's the matter now? It doesn't fit me at all. Oh well. Guess it's time for you to lay off the burgers. Did you call him Maya's fat? Okay, let's go present this to Regina. That's definitely the way. Here you go, Regina. Yay, thank you. You really got it back for me. Don't mention it. I love you, Mr. Attorney. It's nothing. Oh, jeez. Hey, Regina. That costume is yours, right? I tried it on, but it didn't fit me. Huh? This costume? This isn't mine. It was Leon's. Leon's? You know, the lion she told us about? Oh. Ooh. So can we talk about Leon? Leon, he was killed, wasn't he? That's right, my dad killed him. Why? Well, Leon did something really bad during practice. Leon was sitting down and then he opened his mouth, you know, gua. Usually when he did that, I would put my head into his mouth. Wait, you put your head into a lion's mouth? I sure did. The people in the crowd always loved seeing me do that. They'd always start screaming. Anyways, what was the bad thing? Oh yeah, Leon bit someone during that practice. Regina, everything was alright though, right? No, it wasn't alright. That was the problem. My dad was incredibly angry. And that's when Leon... Yeah, that's when he became a star in the sky. Okay. Poor thing. Alright, is that the murder that they're talking about? Who knows? Something smells fantastic. So we know it can't be Mo. Wait, I know what it is. It's burgers. Hello. Welcome to the Bistro du Cirque. Ask the AKA the cafeteria. It smells so good in here and those burgers look great. My burgers are the best. Juicy meat, toasted buns, special sauce. They are absolutely irresistible to anyone with a hankering for a burger. One bite will send you into hamburger heaven. I bet.
I can tell by the smell. Very big circus. Now that the ringmaster is gone, what are you going to do? That's all I've thought about in the past 2 days. Everyone loved Russell. You've heard Acro's story, haven't you? Like how he was adopted when he was younger? He's calmed down a bit now, but he was livid when he heard about the murder. Acro was so upset that he couldn't go on. He was that upset? Yes, he was. Anyways, I gave it some thought. Maybe I should give up on trying to be a half-baked clam. I've been thinking of trying on the ringmaster's shoes. What? Really? Max would still be an issue, though. Max? He may be a bit mean and hard to work with, but it's hard to argue his importance. He's probably the reason the circus is still around. A lot of what he says is right. Mo? All that's left is to see if everyone can get over the tragedy. You know? Get over it? Get over what tragedy, Mo? Huh? Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Nothing at all. He must mean the tragic death of the ringmaster, right? Yes, that's it. You're right, girlie. Dang. Correctamundo. Mo, I mean no disrespect here, but are you lying to us? Egg, no, not at all. What makes you think that? Just the way you said if everyone can get over the tragedy seemed a bit strange. It sounded like you were talking about something from a long time ago. Mo, I'm all right. I'm right, aren't I? Psyche locks. Okay, it was about 6 months ago. It was just a little accident. Give me a break. When us old men have accidents, I wear big pants for a reason. I don't know. Let's try it. Take that! We gotta go through his and Acro's. Get over it? Mo, please tell us what happened 6 months ago. What in the world went on in the circus? Okay. There's no need to look scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there. Some juicy burgers. Let's eat instead. Unfortunately, I'm more of a grilled chicken sandwich man myself. Fucking Phoenix. Actually, I've kind of got an idea of what happened back then. What? Mo, you said something about an accident? Leon? It's probably all they were talking about. I heard a little bit about it from Regina. Leon made a mistake during practice, right? How did you? I told them so many times, you shouldn't be doing such dangerous acts. Like putting her head inside Leon's mouth, right? Yeah, but Regina believed in Leon. She believed so strongly that the ringmaster went along, he never could say no to her. Out of curiosity, who was bitten? Come on, Mo, don't clam up on me now. Who did Leon bite on the head? Well, I promised I wouldn't say anything. You promised? He's involved in this too. He's involved, huh? Mo must be talking about... Okay, it's person. So it's either the ringmaster. It's not gonna be Ben. It's not gonna be Max. It's the ringmaster or Acro. But because we got Acro, I'm just gonna go with him. We just got him, so... It must have been Acro, right? How'd you know? Don't worry about that, Mo. Getting to the bottom of this accident may help solve what happened to the ringmaster. No way. I need to know the truth about what happened to Russell. Please tell me what you know. I'm sorry, Acro. Unlock successful. Tell us about it now. It's just like you said, you know, the accident.
Did someone die?
No, but it would have probably been better if he had.
What? How would that have been better?
He's still alive, but when he got bit, he suffered massive brain damage. He'll never recover from that coma he's in.
Coma?
All he does now is lie in bed at the hospital. And that's all he's ever going to be able to do.
I see. How is he related to Acro?
He's his brother.
Huh?
The person who got bit was Acro's brother.
Brother?
They were an acrobat team of brothers, Acro and Bat. Cute nicknames, and I thought. Anyways, they were an incredible team cut down together in their prime.
Damn. Who's Acro's younger brother?
Sean Dingling. But everyone always called him Bat. He fell in love with Regina. Trying to win her love was his downfall. 6 months ago, while we were practicing, all of a sudden Bat blurts out, "Let me perform with Leon."
Why'd he do that?
I don't know, but that's what caused the accident. I'll never forget that moment. It was so strange. Leon had the weirdest look on his face. He was smiling.
He? You mean Leon?
Yes, Leon. When he bit down, he was smiling.
Oh. Damn. No way, that's impossible.
A smirking lion, a flying murderer.
Why does it seem that it's always Mo who catches all of these incredible events? Nick, can lions smile?
We never told the police about the incident. The circus would have been shut down if we had. The next day, the ringmaster took Leon out and shot him with a rifle.
So that's what really happened.
Well, you guys were so serious. What was I supposed to do? I had to tell you. But all this truthfulness has put me in the mood for a burger. Here, you two have some pepper. Shaka, 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 shaka.
Okay.
Achoo! Achoo!
Nice, what a wonderful sneeze.
Huh? You think so?
You sneeze with pepper and slip on a banana peel. That's some basic clownsmanship. Girlie, I know you gotta understand that.
Nick, I think I'd make a good clown.
Other than Regina, I'd never seen a cuter sneezer.
Heh. Does Regina sneeze with pepper too?
She does. Bat would always tease her with pepper.
Bat?
From my point of view, those two always look so perfect together.
They look perfect together, huh? Let's see Bat's age. I assume maybe we present Bat to her. What do you think about this person? I've already given my heart to another man, so I'm not interested in enrolling in your dating service. Huh? I just wanted to know if you knew this person. Oh, okay. Nothing? Alright, fine. Probably have to talk to Acro now. Probably gotta... Ah, Mr. Red.
Back again, I see.
Well, did he say, I'll be back? Wait, or was that someone else? We're back because Acro's hiding why his legs were injured. It would seem that he knows that we know.
Well, it seems you've got things you want to talk about, so fire away.
Take that! Let's get through your lies. Acro. How about the wheelchair?
I have to ask you, how were you injured?
I'm sorry, I thought we talked about this. It was an accident that happened during practice.
An accident during practice?
Yes, unfortunately, acrobats are prone to all sorts of injuries.
Leon, 6 months ago you were attacked by the lion. That's when you were injured. One down.
You're saying that I was attacked by a lion?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'm an acrobat. I'm no animal tamer. If a lion was coming at me, I'd be running for the exit.
Okay, maybe attacked is not the best word to be using. So let me rephrase that as battled the lion.
You seem to enjoy telling jokes. Why would I decide to battle a lion?
You had to save your brother.
Take that!
But it was a shame what happened to your brother 6 months ago. You tried to save him, didn't you? And that's how you got that terrible injury.
Mo, he must have told you.
Yes, we learned about Bat from Mo. But he didn't mention anything about you in regards to the accident. I suppose it was just a slip of the tongue on his part? That's how I figured it out. A slip of the tongue.
A slip of the tongue.
Anyways, they were an incredible team. Cut down together in their prime. Cut down together. That's where he slipped. And now that's how I figured it out. You two ended up at the center of the same accident together, like always.
I see. But an accident is an accident. It wasn't anyone's fault.
It wasn't anyone's fault. Do you care to explain more? Acro, I know you are still hiding something from me. Maybe someone you don't like much is the reason you're being evasive. Regina?
Regina.
You always seem calm and collected until you start talking about her. Saying things like she is cruel.
Well done, Mr. Attorney. You've got quite the set of eagle eyes.
You know, her tiger tried to attack me.
Regent tried to attack you?
Twice.
He wasn't serious, I'm sure. You're not trying to insinuate that I believe she spurred on Leon to attack Bat, are you? Leon was never taught a command to attack people. Regina is incapable of doing anything like that. Besides, Regina had no reason to want to hurt my little brother. Regina and Bat were such good friends back then.
But you still hate Regina. I've got proof of it.
What? What are you talking about?
Here's proof that you had it out for Regina all along. The letter? Yeah, must be.
This? Where'd you get it?
Regina posted it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria. Before that, it was in her pocket. I guess I noticed it was in there around breakfast time. I always check Acro his breakfast in the morning. You wrote this and then you put it in her pocket. That's right, isn't it?
That's right. Well done, Mr. Wright.
Yeah. Broken. Wheelchair.
My legs were injured by Leon 6 months ago. My younger brother, Bat, had a dare with Regina.
A dare?
An absurd dare. If I can put my head inside of Leon's mouth like you do, you have to go to the movies with me on a date.
That's insane. Didn't he know how dangerous that is?
We all thought he was being stupid too. But that lion was very old to begin with. And age brought it with countless experience in doing that very trick. Unfortunately, this particular time, I guess Leon wasn't ready or willing.
And that's when the accident happened.
He just wanted to take her out to the movies.
Poor Bat. When Leon chopped down, I jumped towards him. Then Leon attacked me, and that's how I ended up.
What about Bat?
He's still in a coma. I went to the hospital yesterday to visit him.
I see.
I'm still waiting for him to open his eyes again. And that's the reason why I keep going.
Bat and Regina?
They were such great friends. Oh yeah, I wanted you to take a look at this.
What is it?
This is the scarf my brother was wearing when Leon attacked him.
Gross, it's covered in blood.
This scarf. It was a present from Regina to my brother on the day of the accident. When he did it, he looked like he was smiling.
He?
Leon, obviously.
Oh.
When he bit down on Bat's head, the expression on Leon's face looked like a grin.
Nick, I know, most said the same thing. What do you think it all means? I'll be taking that scarf if you don't mind.
Oh,
Miss Von Karma?
I've already heard everything, so hand over the scarf.
But the scarf is evidence in trial.
That is for me to decide. I think we should begin our preparations now, Acro.
Preparations?
I've served a summons to Acro to appear in court tomorrow as a witness. Acro will take more time as the prosecutor's office.
Acro, a witness?
Come, Acro, let's go to the office.
yes, ma'am.
Now what are we going to do, Nick? How are we going to handle tomorrow? Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out. Look at you, all full of confidence. You must have found something you can use. This is all beginning to come together now. Oh, nice. Finished. Okay. We are ready for trial. I am going to finish the... I'm going to finish the stream there. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be streaming again tomorrow morning. So I'll finish this tomorrow morning. So join